Welcome to the Send More Offers Real Estate Show with your host, Brandon Barnes. Guys, today I have something super exciting. I'm going to bring to you today the Deal Diary section of the podcast. Guys, if you're a loyal listener, you know that we typically break down a deal with anybody that I interview towards the end of the interview. And I just had the great idea to really highlight this section of the show and bring to you guys the best stories from your favorite investors, crazy situations, great situations, amazing deals, some really funny stories, just so you get a day in the life of what it's like to be a real estate investor. And I thought I'd kick this off with one of my favorite deals. And I'm going to take you back circa 2017-18. I had an amazing deal in Rex, Georgia. Went to the property. It was a tired landlord, and he had some tenants that he was evicting. We went over there. I actually brought some guys, some contractors to help clean out the property, help them remove the items from the house because the people just abandoned it. We did all this work for the property, and then the next day, I went back just to make sure everything was going well. And the neighbor walked over and said, "Hey, man, I see what's going on, but I really need another mattress for my kids' room." And so I was like, "Yeah, I don't think the owner would care about it." And so I said, "Yeah, you could take the mattress." So then the next day I get a call from the seller, and he's like, "Wait, what happened to my mattress?" And I'm like, "How do you even know about this mattress that's gone with everything else that's out in the street on the front curb?" And so he's like, "Yeah, well, look, man, the deal's off. Like, I need my mattress back." And so I go to the property immediately from getting that call, and I see him walking around other investors, other buyers. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? We got a contract. We're set to close. Like, I already had the buyer set up, the closing attorney pulled title. We were ready to get this thing closed." And so I go into problem solving mode, and I'm like, "Man, all right, how can I find another mattress to replace?" I'm on Craigslist. I'm looking at yard sales. And then something came along, and ChatGPT wasn't around to help me solve this problem. Something said that sometimes hotels actually have extra mattresses. So I ride up the highway, one exit up, and I asked the first hotel I see off the side of the highway, and they say, "Yeah, we might actually have some in the back by the dump." So I go back there. It's a bunch of mess, but there's mattresses and bed springs, box springs. And so I grabbed the one that's kind of the cleanest. It still has some creepy crawlies, crawling over it. And I haul it and put it on top of my '07 Toyota Avalon with some loose rope. And I'm literally driving down the highway, one exit up, slow as I can, holding on to this thing on the top of the hood to get it back to the house, drag it into the yard and into the bedroom, and place the mattress back. And I'm just hoping that he shows up the next day to closing. We're scheduled for 11 a.m. I go in on time, even though he's bluffing and saying, like, the deal's off, I'm moving on. And I hear from the closing attorney, yeah, he actually came in, signed his papers early, and then he was on the first flight to Guatemala, and he was leaving the country, and he was going to be gone. So turned out that we ended up having a $15K payday on that deal, and it was a lovely closing, and it really helped us move the needle forward in the business at that time. But look, it was a lesson learned. Never let anybody take anything out of a house that you're working on and trying to get a deal closed. Just leave everything as is, regardless of whether or not you think that the owner won't want it. So this is my deal diary. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. There's plenty more to come. I can't wait to give you guys an inside look into some of the craziest deals from some of the best investors around the country. So stay tuned for more. And as always, send more offers, do more deals. Till next time, peace.